In this video, we will be connecting our both of the tables of user and post with each another. Now, if you have followed me in the previous tutorial, we are able to create new post having the particular data. And today we will be combining our users table with our post table. So let's get into it. So first of all, what I'll do, let's go under entity, under post entity. And there is a thing under type ORM known as relations. There will be certain relations. Now, what are relations? Relations are the way of combining multiple tables. Now, there are basically 4 types of joins: inner join, left inner join, right inner join, and outer join. Now, first of all, inner join will be giving us the common data between 2 different tables, right? Table A and table B, it will be giving us the common data. Inner left join will be giving us all the data from the left table and also some data from the right table which is common between them. Now, vice versa of left join is the right join. That is, we will be getting all the data from the right table and also some data from the left table which is common. And outer join, as the name suggests, it will be giving us the entire data. So what we need to do, the scenario is a single user will be having a multiple post and multiple posts will be posted by single user. So we need to use the relation known as one to many. Under type ORM, there are relations such as one to many, many to one, one to one, and many to many, right? So first of all, what I'll do, we need to connect multiple posts with a single user. So here I will be using a decorator of many to one, right? So many to one, because multiple posts will be having a single user. So the many to one relation will be taking a callback and it will be connecting its target entity, and the target entity is nothing but user entity. And after it will be requiring here nothing but simply the foreign key. The foreign key will be used to connect multiple tables. So under this case, I will be having a foreign key to be post underscore user. So it will be nothing but a type of a user entity, right? So this should be it from this side. Now we need to go under user entity, and under user entity we need to add one more table, that is one more relation. So I'll say here relations, right? So under relation, what is happening, what we need to do, I need to initialize here one to many relation, because a single user will be having multiple posts. Now same thing as we did, this string will be connected with post entity, right? Let's import one to many as well. All right, so here we need to join the column, and also we need to join the column for only from one side of relation. Here we are connecting post entity, that is user entity, with the post one, so we can join the column from one to many side. So I am saying join column, and here I'll say user underscore post, right? It will be of type of post entity. Now what we need to do, we need to connect both of the foreign keys. So I'll say user underscore post is equal to, it is connected via user underscore post dot post user, right? Both of the foreign keys. Now we need to do same thing under our post entity. So here I'll say post user, that is post underscore user, is connected via post, that is a post underscore user dot user post, right? Both of the foreign keys. Now this is the way of combining multiple tables, right? Now once we have combined multiple table, what we need to do, whenever the user will be posting the data, we need to add his metadata under the post. Now before moving on, we need to make one change, that is all the posts will be a type of array. So we can say the post entity of a type of array, because there will be multiple posts of a single user, right? So now what we need to do, we need to add certain methods. So first of all, I can go under the post repository, and here while we are adding our entire post, we need to remove this method and we need to create some different method. So let's remove this stuff for now, and we need to execute different method. So what we need to do, we need to take the ID of a particular user and we need to save the ID of the user, also his entity, so that the user has particularly posted the particular post. Now what we need to do, while the user will be posting his post, we also need to include his data, that is the user data. So for that purpose, first of all, I'll say let user email, that the user particular email has posted this, should be equal to from parameters. So I'll say request dot params, right? Now what I'll do, first of all, I will be finding the entire user data whose email is equal to a particular user email. So for that purpose, I'll say let user repository should be equal to get custom repository of a user repository, and here I'll say let user, right? Let user should be equal to user repository dot find one, and we will be finding one via user email, right? Now this should be it. We have got the entire user. Now what we need to do, we need to save the entire data. So to save that, I will be calling out the post entity. So I'll say post entity should be equal to a new instance of a post entity. Right, so what I'll do, I'll say I'll be assigning all the values. So I'll say post entity. All right, post entity dot post user first of all should be equal to the following user, right? Also, let's say await for now, because we need to await for it. It will be giving us an end promise, so we need to await for that, right? So once I have got this, I'll say post entity dot the other things. So first of all, title should be equal to post title. Now similarly, other things. So let's copy this stuff and paste it twice. So let's have other things. First of all, post images should be equal to post images. Post comments should be equal to post comments, and post likes should be equal to post likes, right? So this should be it, the assigning of all the values. And after that, I will be simply using post entity dot save method. So I'll say save, and under save I will be getting the same then phrase. So I'll say data of any, and here I'll say a new arrow function, and under my arrow function I'll say if data is not equal to undefined, if we got some data back, at that point we will be returning a response, and here we will be requiring a code, so code of 201 for created and a flag of received to be true, right? So let's also catch the error, so we can come out of our then phrase, and I'll say catch the error. So I'll say catch the error, which will be of type of any, and throw an arrow function. So I'll use the same method here, so let's copy and paste it here, but in case of error, and here I'll say a code of 401 and a received to be false. So this should be our entire method. So we need to make some changes under routes as well. So under post route, we need to add here a wildcard of user email. So I'll say user email. So this should be it for now. So let's try it out. All right. Let's check how many users we have under our social database. All right. Let's refresh items. And under users, you can see we'll be getting null users for now. Right. We'll be having these data first. So let's add a fake user for now. So let's open our this thing and duplicate the tab. Let's check the route once. So let's go user. Right, it should be authentication routes. Right, so route is a sign up, and also let's check the base route. It is a user, right? User slash sign up. So I'll say user slash sign up first. Let's send a post request here. I'll remove everything from this side and I'll add other attributes. So if I check the attributes under authentication controller, we'll be requiring the other attributes of user email, user password first, and also images and all that stuff. So let's go under save user data, right? So we'll be requiring all this stuff. So let's copy that and let's paste it everywhere. So first of all, a username. So I'll say my username. After that, let's say user email. Don't forget to leave the space here. And here I'll say username to be say user email to be user email @gmail.com, and other attributes of user image, and user image to be, let's say, some random image. And after that, we shall be also requiring a user password. So here I will be adding a user password, right? So let's say user password to be the same password as per our username, right? So let's format document first and let's sign up. Alright, so we are getting our message to be null because we have left a space here. So let's remove that and send a request. Awesome. So now you can see we are authenticated and we are getting a code of 201. Now if I go back and if I check my database, let's refresh the query items and let's run that query. You can see I will be getting my data back. Right. So we have got a user of abhishek@gmail.com. Now what we can do with the help of this user email, we can add a certain post. So I can copy the entire user email. Let's go back while we are adding the post, and I can append this with the user email and I can add this post. So if I send a request now, you can see I got a code of 201. Now if I go back, okay, if I go back here and if I run the post table, that is refresh it first, and if I run the query, you can see first of all the fake title has a post ID to be null because we haven't added the property of relations, but now you can see we are getting a post ID to be 1, right? Now this means that with the help of this ID, we are able to query of who has posted the following post. So let's take it out. So first of all, to check it out, let's add a genuine post. So here I'll say a title, that is caption, my new monitor for now. Right. So for my new monitor, post likes will be 0. Let's also say we have got some genuine images for now, which will be null. So let's try to add them. Let's send a request via Abhishek right? This thing is added. If I check refreshing the entire table, and if I check it out, you can see I will be getting my data back, right? Having a post ID of 1. Now what is happening here? If I go under my users table and if I run the query, you can see my ID is 1. That the primary username of Abhishek has an ID of 1. This means that the ID of 1 of the user Abhishek has posted the post of this one, my new monitor. Right, so now let's try to query it based on the ID. So to query it, what I can do, let's go under the post repo, right, and let's also fetch all the posts. So I'll say a new method for fetching the post. So I'll say fetch post for now, right, along with this, and here I'll say fetch posts, right. So here I will be fetching all the posts that are available under my database, right. So for that purpose, we can directly use our query. So here I'll be adding a try catch block. So under my try block, I'll say let post should be equal to await this.create query builder, and here I'll be querying the post table, and here I'll be left joining it. I need to connect my entire data. I'll say left join. I'll say left join and select. We can also select some data. So for left joining, we require the both of the table. So first of all, we require our left table and its foreign key. So if I go under my post entity, you can see our foreign key is a post user. So let's copy that and paste it here. And after this, we shall be requiring the second table. So if I go under my user entity, you can see the table is of users, right? And I need to paste that user here. So here I'll say users. After that, I can select all the data. And after that, I can say get many. Right. So here, let's try to send that data. So I'll say if post is not equal to null, that is it is not equal to undefined, I'll return data back. So let's copy the return statement and paste it here. So I'll say code of 200 and received to be true, and also a flag of data to be equal to our post, add a comma. Also it should be added here, right, whenever we are adding the post instead of a received one, right. So under error block, we can do the same thing. Let's copy this diff, paste it here. I'll say error and the data will be null. Let's convert the code of 2401 and the received to be false, right. So let's try to execute this process. So to execute this, what we need to do, we need to add a new controller method. So I'll say post controller. Let's copy the entire block, and here I'll say fetch post method. Let's say fetch post for a fetch post. Now let's go to post route, and here it is nothing but a post method, right. So here I'll say a new method, and here I'll say a new method of get, right. So under get, I'll say post control router dot get the entire post, that is slash home path, and I'll say post controller dot fetch posts. Let's execute this. Let this thing load up. Awesome. So if I go back and if I say if I duplicate this tab, and if I say let's fetch all the post over to a get request, you can see I will be getting all the data back. That is, first of all, I will be getting the post data, right. If I will be getting a post data, and after that I will be getting the user data, right. Now with the help of this, I will be able to query all the things from the post user, that is about the user who has posted this post, right. So this was the way of adding certain posts. So let's try to create one more user for now. So here I'll be getting a new user, let's say Rohan, and his same password and etc. everywhere. So let's say Rohan, let's say some image and password as well. Let's sign up. Now let's say Rohan is getting a new post. So I'll say rohan@gmail.com, because he will be the user, and I'll say let's say a lovely day. Let's say Rohan has posted this post, so he will be posting now. Right now he has posted this, and it is true. Now if I try to fetch the post, you can see I will be getting one more entry under my database, which will be a new post for a lovely day, and also I will be getting the user data of post user to be Rohan, right. So this is the way in which you can query all the data, right. Now suppose you don't have to query all the post user. So for that purpose, what we will do, if I go back under my code, under repo, you just have to do here left join, right. That's it. And if I send a request now, let's try to reload it one more time. And if I send a request now from the postman, you can see I won't be getting the user data. I will be only getting the post data, right. So this is the way in which you will be uploading certain posts with the help of relation of one to many and many to one. Now I hope this tutorial was kind of helpful for you. And if it was, you can kindly subscribe to this channel and also follow me over my Instagram. So I will see you in the next one where we'll be connecting our backend of adding post with the front end. So have a good day. Goodbye.